Hey folks, so a few of you have asked me if I was going to bring back the flea market videos, and the short answer is probably yes for a short while, because I still have footage from, I'd say, about a year and a half ago at this stage, and I just haven't gone around to editing it because it just takes forever, and I've been rather lazy about doing this. But I also, it doesn't mean that I haven't found stuff in between either, but the way I've been acquiring stuff has changed slightly. So first, I've been sent quite a bit of stuff and given stuff for free as well recently, and also I've after all these years of going to different flea markets and thrift stores, I've actually established a relationship with a few vendors. So what's been happening is that they ring me a day before or a few days before, or send me a text with stuff that they have, and ask me whether I'm interested in them, and if I am, they keep it for me, and you know, I don't have to do that much hunting anymore. So it's been great, and I've acquired quite a good bit of stuff now from just that relationship, and I haven't shown you guys, you know, any of that. So I thought I could actually just maybe in retrospect actually show you some of it, starting with the stuff I found this weekend. And I got a call from one of my vendor friends now, because we're sort of, you know, we're friends now at this stage, and who said he had a computer for me. He wasn't sure what it was, and then when you read what was on it, I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm definitely interested. The same weekend I got a call from another vendor who had more stuff for me. But in one of the stalls actually, I found just on its own was this copy of Civilization 2. So it has the manual, it has the skill or whatever chart tree units and that kind of stuff, and in it, CD is there, but in it also came a small handwritten note, which I love stuff like that, made by whoever had the game before, with all the locations and resources you can get in each location. It's really cool to see. I love seeing little notes like that from previous owners. I don't know, it sort of adds value for me, at least nostalgic value to a game. Another thing I found at a different stall that was on its own with no other game or system with it, and it was a very unlikely stall to find it there, but was a copy of Tintin in Tibet for the Mega Drive. It's one game I didn't have actually. It's a very beautiful game. Looks gorgeous, but it's not super playable. it's one of those games, but it's all there. I mean, you know, it's actually in very nice condition. Mega Drive boxes last forever. So I picked that up. I think that was like €2, something like that, and this was €1, so you can't pass these up. And I didn't have them. And another stall was waiting for me was well, this guy, a Gameboy. And I have a few of these, and I wasn't gonna take it. Essentially, he gave me a ring and said, I have something for you, and I was gonna go to that market anyway. I have 2 of these already, and I have a black Game Boy that I got from that other vendor. So I was like, well, do I need it? And I said, I was very honest to look at it. If I probably won't take it, if I were, I honestly wouldn't put more than €5 for it. Not that interested in it now at this stage because I have a few, and he said, yeah, no problem, €5. So there you go, a Game Boy with Tetris for €5. Now it's missing the cover, but I have a spare one, so I'll put a cover here, and it looks nice and tidy. I think I still have a backlit kit for it as well, so I'll probably put that on there. So there you go. What I'd probably do with this is I'll probably put that in my arcade room as a sort of permanent display fixture or something like that. I'll see if I can find a charger so that when I switch the power on, the Game Boy just comes on automatically on its own, and leave that on. I don't know, we'll see. But there you go, Game Boy for €5, not bad with Tetris. Yeah, I'll take that. But anyway, and the big find was from this other vendor who said he had a computer, and he said it was a C64. So I was like, oh yes, I'm very interested in C64, and I actually thought it was the newer model, which I have a couple of now at this stage. I think there's you'll see a box there, which is the newer model that was given to me by a colleague at work. But no, this was actually the old Breadbin Commodore 64. It's in decent enough conditions. This was really cool. What was it? 15 or something like that. Like the whole lot was about 25 euros, I think. Was it? Yeah, I think it was 25 euros. But anyway, this is quite a find. I've been looking for one of these for ages, and I have two of the newer model, but I didn't have one of these. With it actually was a few other bits. So there was a joystick, which is always nice to have. This one is satisfying. I never liked the red round version of this, but this is all clickety and seems to be working. I haven't tested it yet. With it was as well the power brick, which one of these are known to fail easily, so I don't know if I haven't tested any of this, so I don't know if it works, but it's nice to have. And was in it was as well a cart, which is really unusual. I've been given two Commodore 64 at this stage, and tapes always come with it. Actually with it as well was the tape player. But this cart of international soccer, so that's really cool to find. It's cool to have. So for 20 quid and now this is the odd thing, were these two guys. These are cards for the VIC-20 computer, and they don't, you can't use them for on a Commodore 64. So I asked him where he got it for, and he said he couldn't remember. Anyway, when I got it back home, I saw that there was a sign behind it, and what this sign says is that there's a fault on the video chip, the VIC video chip. I can probably fix that, so I'm assuming this is not working, but that's fine. This will be a topic of a video where we'll try to fix it. It's just cool to have, even as a display piece. I think these are so evocative of a bygone era as a computer, much more so than the more modern version of that keyboard. I need to do a bit of research, but I'm sure if I look at Ian Beta's page, I'll find good information there. Anyway, these were my finds for this weekend. It's not a bad haul if you ask me. So a Game Boy, a PS1 game, a Mega Drive game, and a full kit of Commodore 64 stuff with... I'm really intrigued where these came from, and I'll have to ask him more questions about who he got it from and what they had, because two carts, I'm assuming they're games, but for the VIC-20 is quite rare to find just in the wild like that. I've never seen them ever before. So there you go, guys. Thank you for watching. This is my haul from this weekend. I will do more of these actually, where I'll cover stuff that I actually got from vendors. I don't have any footage of actually getting them because it's rather unspectacular, because I show up to their table or stall and they give me a bag and I give them whatever, 20 euro for what they have. So, but I've gotten quite a good loot of stuff from them, so I'll probably do videos for all these as well. Folks, thank you for watching, and see you next time.